Welcome in, Commanders family, to Command Center Special presented by SeatGeek, primary ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. Brian Cooper Jr. here with Logan Paulsen, and we have just heard reports that we have agreed to terms on a new general manager, Adam Peters, for the San Francisco 49ers. Now let's take a look at his resume and where we are getting this guy from. 21 season in NFL front offices. His most recent stop, the San Francisco 49ers, where he was an assistant general manager and a VP of player personnel. But it's not just his ability to scout talent. He has also been a part of winning cultures. He has won a Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos during his tenure, and also 2 Super Bowls during his time as a scout for the New England Patriots. Now, Logan, you actually are familiar with this guy.
Yeah.
You played in the Niners before. How excited are you about this news?
I mean, I'm ecstatic. I think, Adam is one of those guys that is just super charismatic. Obviously, a lot of people think he's one of the best talent evaluators in the business, but I think you look at his pedigree, you look at his resume, there's just so much to be excited about, in addition to him just being a fantastic human being.
You talk about his pedigree and his resume. He knows what a winning culture is.
Yes.
How important is it for us to bring a guy like that here and change the culture here in Washington?
I mean, I think it's incredibly important. I think you can't overstate how important that is. I think he got to watch and study under Bill Belichick, one of the most dynamic leaders in the NFL over the last couple decades, and that's fantastic to see the fastidiousness of that organization, to see how John Elway did it with Peyton Manning, bringing him into the organization, and then to see the culture of toughness and physicality, the X's and O's elevation that Kyle brings. I think it just the 3 different styles in terms of how to get to that promised land, to develop your own philosophy, I think is just invaluable.
And this guy has been known as a talent evaluator,
Yes.
right? And as our resident draft expert, man, how excited are you to see a guy like this that really knows how to break down these players? And you kind of talked about the way he ranks guys within the draft.
Yeah, I think one of the things is ultimately, GM, you got to be able to identify talent and find the people that fit your vision. And I think one of the things when you talk to scouts at the Combine, at the Senior Bowls, you see they have a very kind of rigid structure for their evaluation, one all the way down, and it's kind of globally ranked, as opposed to what specifically works for me, my team, and my organization. And I think from what I understand, Adam Peters does a great job of identifying how to adjust players based on the type of offense, defensive, special teams philosophy you want to employ. So I think having that skill set, and again, understanding the type of culture you're trying to implement is just such a valuable skill set in this new GM role.
And I think a big thing that Commanders fans are excited about is his age. He's only 44
Yeah.
years old. What is it like infusing that youth into the front office?
I mean, I think it's great. Like when I was in San Francisco, obviously he's the assistant GM there. This was 2017. He was so personable and so accessible, and a guy that, despite his tremendous kind of presence and feel for he's got a huge elevated role in the organization. He'd come by and say, "Hey, Logan, what's up, man? How the kids doing? What's going on?" And I think that there's something great about that. The youthfulness, the ability to rate to people. I think the hunger and the drive that comes from youth is also extremely important. So love that he's got that kind of charisma that I think comes with youth, and the drive that comes with youth as well.
And it's so interesting because you actually ran into him
did,
not too long ago, way before this decision was
Yes,
made, of
right.
course. Talk about that in the conversation you guys had.
So yeah, we're at the San Francisco game, and we're getting lunch or whatever, and he says, "Hey, Logan, what's up, man?" And I was a role-playing third string tight end on that San Francisco team with the George Kittles and all these kind of big names. He remembered my name, remember my kids, took me back, introduced me to John Lynch, and I just was like, man, this is so above and beyond. And I think, again, when I talk to people around the league, that's his reputation. His ability to connect and empathize with how difficult it is for players and keep those relationships is so, so important. So I love that guy's coming in the organization, not only to build a relationship with players, but I think it also shows an ability to kind of connect with other people on the staff and connect with the coaching staff that he's going to be bringing as well, or he'll be a part of bringing in.
Stay tuned to Commanders' social pages because we will be updating you constantly on any moves that are coming. Commanders family, we will see you soon.